today I'm going to show you this guitar. This is, guess what this is? Okay, is it that? No, it's not a Gibson, no. It is a Hondo 2, believe it or not. When I was a kid, my dad bought me a second-hand one of these, and that's what I played for like a few years. Joined a band, played with this guitar. It wasn't a bad guitar, if I remember. It wasn't a bad guitar at all. And for some reason, along the way, I lost it or sold it for food or something. I can't remember. And I spotted another one on eBay, and I thought, do you know what? I'll get that, because it was a good guitar. If I remember, it was a good guitar. So anyway. So I got this guitar, and it had the original. It didn't have the original pickups in, which I think this is 1979. This guitar, I think, came with like DiMarzios in. If I remember rightly, they weren't very good DiMarzios, but they were DiMarzios nonetheless. But anyway, this didn't have them in. They had some other pickups in, which were like really scratchy. So yeah, it's got a bolt-on neck. A really good story about this. When I first got it, I took it apart. I took all the hardware off because I've changed all the hardware, but I come to that. I took all the hardware. So look, I got this on eBay for £80. Okay, and yes, this guitar has done a couple of gigs. I don't use it all the time, but I play it quite a lot here. But anyway, so when I got it, I stripped it all out. I took everything out of it. The only things I left the pots in because there was nothing wrong with them. They weren't scratchy or anything. I don't think the guitar had been used that much since its birth in 1979 or somewhere thereabouts. And I replaced the pickups with my usual brand. If you don't know what they are, look at my other videos. And I changed all the hardware. I got it from my usual place, switches, changed all that, changed the tuners, just to normal tuners. Didn't cost much money at all. Very little outlay, and I suppose in a way it was a bit of a gamble, because I didn't know what it was going to sound like, but I remember it sounded pretty good. If I remember, it sounded pretty good. Anyway, when I took it apart, the very interesting thing about these is this neck joint. So if you look at this is a bolt-in neck, right? You undo them bolts, right? When it's still strung up, you can still play it. It's unbelievably tight. I don't know why, or whether it's just this guitar, but it took me, I don't know, probably about 40 minutes to just gently wiggle it out. And it took me an hour to just gently wiggle it back in. I could have shaved it down a bit, but I didn't. I just put it back as it was. But it's the unbelievably precision-made Japanese guitar built in the 80s at 79, which is technically, you know, when a lot of guitars come out of then that you could buy were utter crap. But I think the hardware on this probably let it down a little bit. But the weight, I don't know what kind of wood it is. I have no idea. But it's very heavy. It's a very heavy guitar. Not overly heavy. It's probably about the weight of a Les Paul. It's got like a 50s kind of neck on it. But you know, and it's got a kind of nice shape, it's got a nice feel, it's very playable, but I suppose the real test is, what does it sound like? Probably sounds like a bag of shit, right? Well, I don't know, let's see what it sounds like, and see what you think. Okay, so this is kind of clean-ish on the amp. Middle position. good neck. Back to the bridge, just turn it down a bit, see what it sounds like. Cleans up really nice, still sounds good. Okay, so what about let's put a bit of gain on it, see what happens. Let's try a big E. Okay, let's try the neck pickup. Some high gain stuff. Okay, I can just hear it in this guitar for some reason, so I'm just going to try and play it. Oh yeah, sweet. Okay, so that was the Hondo 2, and the little story behind that. Anyway, point of this video, I suppose, would be that again, you don't have to spend loads of money in order to find a really good sounding and playing guitar. Obviously, the guitar has to play well as well. A couple of guitars that I can think of that might do the job if you're looking would be something like I don't get paid for this, by the way. This is genuinely me giving you genuine advice from my experience. Would be something like a vintage guitar. If you're looking, do you know what? Scratch that. Vintage guitars, right? I've played a couple of them now, and I tell you this: is that it seems to me that that is exactly the same. It plays the same, if not better. It's more a modern feel. I would give them that than perhaps my old Les Paul. Or even that Hondo. It's just got more of a modern feel. It plays well, it sounds great. Without changing the pick, you don't have to change the pickups or anything. They sound great, they sound awesome already. So you have to do anything to them. So you can get them out of the box for, I don't know, £200-300. I'm not really sure. They're not much. And they say that, you know, for a first guitar, it would be like the old days. Going back to the old days, your first guitar would be your last guitar. You wouldn't need another guitar. You wouldn't need to purchase something better as you get better at playing. It's just one of them guitars. And I think I can only tell you ones I know about. Then also then there's the Harley Benton, which perhaps in my eyes not such a good guitar, but it's nearly there. But yeah, I mean, there are some guitar manufacturers out there. I mean, you'd have to go and try them yourself to just feel, you know, just get your own idea about it. But there are manufacturers out there building guitars at like cracking prices. But when you play them, they sound great. They feel great. And you know, put them through an amp, and you can hear the guitar. They sound good. So don't let cheap prices put you off. The big name brands are really good. Don't get me wrong about them. I'm not knocking them at all. You know, everything has its place. But that's what this video and kind of all my videos are about. You know, not having to spend lots of money in order to be, you know, a gigging guitar player. So anyway, I'll leave you with that thought, and put your comments in the bottom, because I want to know about if you've got a guitar. You got a little gem. What is it? You know, tell me about it. I want to know about it. I'm really interested in it. But for now, catch you later.